What's up, YouTube? Smoking a Newport, well, not a Newport, a fucking Seneca non-menthol. I haven't really been on YouTube for a minute, for real. Some shit happened for real. I ain't really had a phone and some other shit for real. But I'm gonna smoke this video. I know y'all ain't used to seeing my hair this way for real. Usually it's like either curly or super short, but yeah, I got a new cut for real. And I don't know if you noticed, it's different than a lot of other places that I've been at. I tend to be staying at a lot of different places since a year ago for real. On a lot of my videos, I ain't been at a lot of the same places I used to since then for real. So let's blaze up and smoke a cigarette. It's 2:28 a.m. and today is Friday, April 3rd. So yeah, there's like about 17-18 days in 420, and I will be making a special video on that. And I will also be making a special video on April 19th. My next video is a special video because I believe I got 200 subscribers now. So I'm gonna be either making a collab video or something else I can think of, or something y'all can think of. If you got any ideas, please put it in the description. If I can do it, then I'll try it out for the video special. So recently I ain't really did much for real, but chill and stay here for real. Ain't much to really talk about for real. I ain't really been on YouTube for a minute, so I don't really know. I wouldn't say I ain't been on YouTube for a minute, I just ain't been on a phone for a minute, for real. Shout out to all the subscribers that did subscribe, and the ones that know me personally, definitely shout out to you. Shout out to one of the people, I believe they go under the name on YouTube, Newport Smokes or something like that. Shout out to you for a lot of things when it comes to my videos. So yeah. This cigarette ain't my really favorite. I prefer menthol when it comes to, well, I prefer Newport menthol when it comes to brand cigarettes. But when it comes to cigarettes in general, I like roll up cigarettes, typically menthol, tobacco. The thing about a cigarette though is a lot of people, they like brand cigarettes, and when you go to buy tubes and tobacco, the roller is actually, in a way, a lot of people believe that it's more expensive, but in an expanded format, in reality it's a lot cheaper because you're buying more, but at the same time you're getting more the quantity and the quality is like different. So yeah, you're paying more, but you're getting a lot more than what you bought. So if you spend like $15 on packs of cigarettes, it's a lot less than fucking paying 15 for tobacco and shit. So yeah, like, you're saving a lot of money for real. Like, and plus not just that, I'm not saying it's healthier, but it's the healthier route to go on the long run, because there's less chemicals involved, and like less fucking, like when you go to smoke tubes, yeah, the tubes, the thing about the filter and shit is, if you really, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the tube in a regular cigarette is different from the one in a regular tube, because there's different, like, the thing about a brand cigarette is they make sure it's different from other cigarettes, like homemade, like, well, not homemade, but like tubes and shit. Their tube filling is like, it's just not it's the same process of making it, but it's just processed slightly different. And overall, a tube, a lot of people would say that the tube is healthier, but in reality, when you go to smoke a cigarette, the tube actually is more harmful than what you think it is. If you smoke without the tube, yeah, you might be getting tobacco in your mouth, but when you smoke with the tube, what you breathe out is, in a way, like what you're breathing in is like getting stuck to the filter, so it's like a bacteria on your cigarette. So when you go to like smoke a cigarette that like came from someone else, if there's something medically wrong with them, like if they got a certain disease or like something like that, you could get, or you could like fucking get sick from it for real. So like, this is pretty much the most filthiest part of a cigarette is right here. It's basically where all the bacteria stays at and whatnot. Like if you ever like sat down and smoked a cigarette and say, wonder why you or your friends like filters like darker than the other person's? Well, the reason that is because your whoever's like filters darker tends to like, your breath tends to be like more unhealthy in a way. So like you tend to have like less fucking, you have like more like fucking, what's it called? Just got like fucking, what's the word? You just have a lot more fucking things in your air system going through you that's like fucking, what's the word? I would just say fucking, it's just more fucking unhealthy, because like if it's darker, that just means you breathe like back in your throat. That could mean that you have fucking more bad breath build up, like shit in your breath, so you're staying as healthy or as like fresh as the other person's and shit. And people might say it's your lips, but it's not. Especially what you breathe into the cigarette that makes it like the filter darker for real. So yeah, I ain't trying to get into that shit too deep for real. I am really good at fucking and handling that way for real. Alright, YouTube, peace out. And don't forget to blaze up, dude.